Hey guys and girls, and welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. I hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Yes, very lovely indeed. So much speculation going on in the village. The Greatest Good village. As I pop my ears. I was wondering why my headphones were feeling a bit wonky there for a second. I was like, I'll do the old radio trick and just like pop my ears. And now I can hear people. I can hear everything. I wish I couldn't flip my neck. Oh dear, I should have left it as it was. Anyway, so we've got many speculations, and then we'll go into the reading. Okay, so catch up very quickly. So for what I've gleaned in the comments down below, first off, it's Linda, Pork Lady, not Hawk Lady, Pork Lady, right? She misheard. She's got back in contact with us, basically wondering, will this channel still continue when we're on the small holding, the homestead, whatever you want to call it, that kind of stuff? Or will we, and this is her words, will we be too posh for them? Well, I feel like these are two separate things. One, will we be too posh for her? It's more... And two, no, the plan is, and here's the plan, and obviously we're still trying to sort out the land and things like that, all right? And because we're pulling the trigger and off we're going kind of thing. We're trying to sort it out. This channel will still continue. The plan is, all right, here's the plan. Two things. One, hopefully there'll be a second channel documenting what we're doing on there, making possibly jams and honey. There's definitely going to be bees at some point and all that kind of stuff, right? And there'll be that, right, available on at some point. Okay. Secondly, much more importantly than that, there will be, and we've already started getting people to sign up and subscribing to it slowly but surely. UK Nature Watch. Now, that will be partly from the small holding. Okay, there'll be bird boxes and you can watch blue tits from it, and you can there'll be but hopefully like badgers and foxes going around and all sorts of shenanigans, and you'll be able to watch it live from YouTube, and but there'll be different cameras all over the small holding. Okay, watching nature live as it happens. So you can already subscribe to that one. Okay. There will be another one, another channel for the actual small holding itself. Obviously, we don't know the name of it yet because we haven't got it yet. So it's like that will come. Maybe I should set up a channel literally called To Be Confirmed, and then and then right. So that's the plan. So this will continue. And then there'll be some new channels available as well, so you can actually see what we're doing and producing and stuff like that. On the other hand, because I was talking about industries and things like that on the small holding, on the farm, whatever you want to call it, right? I called them industries because I couldn't think of any other kind of like word to call it. Saint, I was going to call you Otter there for a second. Saint Other commented saying, if you're industry is going to be merch, please do t-shirts and mugs with Hawk Lady on them. Well, I wasn't planning to. And then Granny, trust her to get involved. God dear, Granny Liz, you've got to worry her. Got to keep your eyes peeled when she's about, especially if there's, cheap booze. White Diamond, she's all over it. She also suggested maybe walking people on a t-shirt. But merch eventually will be coming, all right? As part of the shilling and stuff like that to help us get to the thing. But not... That wasn't the plan. That wasn't the thing. Hopefully, we'll be setting up a little Etsy store of things and trinkets while we're saving up to go to the new land, the new wonderful land. But thank you very much indeed for everybody being so supportive and that kind of stuff. Obviously, there'll be the moving period where videos will be a bit few and far between while we're getting things sorted and all that jazz. But that is the plan, okay? So then, let's get into it. So I think this is going to be a biggie because it feels like the energy here is building quite dramatically, okay, between Trumpy Trump and Stuttering Starmer about this like freedom of speech, that kind of stuff. For the fact, this is the thing. For the fact that Stuttering Starmer has to keep repeating, which I've never heard before from a prime minister, we've had freedom of speech for many years from working people, and so it's absolutely fine. Working people. So it's like, yeah, and then obviously this report that in March, I think it was, that Trump sent out people here to the UK to have a look. And then there's the rightly or wrongly, it's their, peaceful protest about, abortions and things like that. Either way, getting arrested and all that kind of stuff, including some American citizens, which... Whoops-a-daisy. That's the one way you might make sure that... What is that noise? That is a weird noise. That I don't know. That's new. Oh, hold on. Nine of Swords, Queen of Cups. Interesting. Trying to look the other way, kind of thing. Interesting. Okay, so that is a very long dive for an aeroplane, if that's the thing. If that is an aeroplane. Anyway. Sounds more like a hovercraft, which is a bit bizarre. So yes, if you enjoy what is on your screen right now, please subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell, come and join the Greatest Good Village, because it takes a village to support everybody. That is what we're doing. And remember, the links for everything is down below. You can become a Village Elite member here, where you get extra videos and stuff like that. There's a link down below. And also the links to the other channels that we've got going at the moment, and there'll be more channels and all that kind of stuff, and it'll sort itself out and all that jazz, okay? But yes, here we go. So then, what is going on with this freedom of speech thing between Trumpy Trump and Stuttering Starmer for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Always be appreciative. Always. Yes, please. Thank you. So, and we also had our first live, like proper live thing on the channel, like tarot along yesterday. And we got bored of the what we were taroting along with eventually, but yeah, it was pretty good. I quite enjoyed it, and other people who were joining us seem to enjoy it, but I'd love to hear your feedback on it, because obviously it's that wonderful thing of when it's new, it's a little bit crap, and we need to polish the turd a little bit. So any feedback on that would be gorgeous, all right? And hopefully we could do that as a regular hangout thing maybe, or something or other. Who knows? So let's have a look here, because these cards... I thought were ready, and then they're all over the place again, it feels like. Right, okay. One more? All right. Right, now, come on. We're at least 20 minutes into this, really. What are we up to? Oh, Gordon Bennett. God, dear. Right, okay. So, here we go. King of Wands. It's always eyes on the prize with Stuttering Starmer recently, isn't it? With the King of Wands. He went, I remember the time where he went all over the place throughout, well, it's nothing new, but I mean all over the place in the tarot. And his kind of vision. We have this vision, walking people, vision. New cycle. Conflict. And... That feels like the special relationship between Trumpy Trump and Stuttering Starmer. The World card feels very strongly like the new ways of doing things. As soon as he got in, that's the far right thuggery, working people, all that rubbish, conflicts and all that kind of stuff. This feels like the relationship between America and that's where it almost feels as like this is where, like 10 months ago or whatever, that is when they first started paying attention. Because energetically, it's like that there, and then they're kind of. It's almost as if they're looking in. Anyway, Tower. There we go. Straight down. Right. Lover's card. That feels like strong commitment of this. Whatever this is, I don't know what is he trying to be. Kind of like some sort of strong leader, kind of all that malarkey, committing to that kind of thing. Committing to which is now publicly in a document true, that there's no far right, there was no, so liar, doubling down on the lies. Oh, excuse me. Well, that may be it. Throat chakra there. But either way, it's very much kind of, it's like, it's got the doubling down kind of energy to it. Moon card, not seeing the whole picture. Okay. With the moon card, obviously, well, in the moonlight, you're only seeing about 25% of the world, right? Because obviously the light reflecting off the moon and all that kind of stuff. So, not seeing the full picture. Yeah. Between this conflict of the relationship, and they don't know the full picture. There is something here that is not. They've heard it from Daddy Elon. They know about Tommy. They know about the what's her name, Lucy. They know about all these different people. They've got all these different things. They know about the American citizens, obviously, as well. Many things. So it's all building out. I'm seeing kind of like a lever arch folder, a document of some sort of research, gathering data, that kind of thing. So collaborating. This feels like the party, Labour Party. This over here. So let's clarify on this side here. It's all coming together a bit more now. So Starmer, and obviously this is the base reading, the foundation reading for the new boys and girls. So we will get into the full, more gossip, and then we'll do the outcome as always. So we got King of Wands, the World card, like that's the win coming in to government, moving into number 10, all that kind of stuff. Upheaval, doubling down on the commitment of doing all this. Yeah, the conflict, America is like, there must be more to this. There must be the other shoe to drop kind of thing. There's stuff that we're not knowing. But this feels like Labour, police, judicial system. This is the 2-tier stuff here, all working together, all on the same plan. Victory, success. Victory, success. Hold on, what's this? The accomplishment. 10 of Wands in this deck is an accomplishment. An accomplishment. I can speak, shut up. And so very much it's like this pushback here. So it's interesting that it's victorious on like this rigmarole of collaboration on this side compared to the collaboration on this side. This side is doubling down, issues, problems, that kind of stuff, and there's an accomplishment here. There's a victory on this side, success, pushback, justice. Wow. Underlying energy. Truth. The truth is law and order. The truth of the situation again. Wow. So for the base reading, the foundation of the reading, this is the beginning of the pushback here. Like I said, this feels like the Americans. This feels like quite a lot of things. The fact that he was... I'm surprised Trumpy Trump is going as far as he is, let's be honest. Oh, I found coffee. Cheers, my dears. It's the fact that, in the sense of the amount of rope he's given Stutter and Starmer, compared to... See, I would have hoped, even though it's a different, obviously, level, what happened between Trumpy Trump and the South African president, I think he is, or prime minister? President, I think he is. That's going around and obviously calling out what's going on, because that's quite serious, deaths, blah, blah, blah. This is, yes, it's just freedom of speech. But I was hoping there would be more of what happened with South Africa, if you get what I'm saying, yeah? Don't do a trade deal, bunny flop, which is only 5 pages, really. It's just an addition, changes to some tariff stuff, in it, really. There's nothing there. But I was hoping, instead of trinkets, I was hoping there would actually be kind of calling him out a little bit more, you know? Maybe they should invite him back. That would be good. Invite him back. Oh, could you imagine? Oh, what was that? A thing. A thing did a thing. Could you imagine someone like the Dark Lord, like the person you cannot name, Lord Manderson, being dragged into the White House and them doing it to him? One, he deserves it. Is that he doesn't come across as a pleasant fellow, does he? But yes, let's have a look here with the prediction deck. Someone asked about the ones with these. This is the prediction deck. Wow, lies, deception, manipulation. Okay, this is good. This is good. What else is going on here? Isn't it weird that it's got so windy recently? Have you noticed? Right? And it's almost like we're having April in May. It's very bizarre. It's very bizarre. But anyway, let's have a look here. So the bit of gossip, and then we'll have the outcome at the end. So wide awake. Notice it's on the Tower card as well. So it's like this is the upheaval. People have woken up realizing what a certain sausage he is. Yeah, a silly one, I believe, is what you were looking for there. A silly sausage, and it's like, oh my god, oh my days, what on earth is going on here? The walking people have woken up. Need assistance, need help on the commitment card. Support. This is the barreling in of the police and arresting people and the justice system, kind of like. Someone said, which was interesting, it's like the average court case is normally 2 years long, and yet these people were arrested, had the court case and convicted within 48 hours. It's like, how do you even, you know what I mean? It's just like, it's that kind of thing. Everyone knows. Moon card. Future time. It feels like the exposure of what's in the darkness there. 3 of Pentacles. Business tycoon. And heavy burdens. Victory, success. Business tycoon feels weird. I may need to shuffle there. Overarching energy, controlled narrative. Exactly what we're talking about here. Underlying energy, shadow ruler. Ooh. This feels like the shadow here and the shadow of the moon, things happening in the darkness more than a shadow ruler. It's like, oh, hello. Solution to the problem is coming. But the business tycoon here, I'm going to use the dinky deck here. To find out what's going on, because it does feel off. But I have to say, to technically have success twice going against this control, going against this doubling down commitment is really nice. Really, really nice. So business tycoon. Especially where we're going with this. This is what's important here, is not necessarily world in reverse or on the wonk. This feels like Meta and Mark Zuckerberg and all them lot. And Blue Sky and all that. Hollow Victory, exactly. This feels like other social media. Oh, excuse me. Could be Daddy Elon as well, but it felt more like other kind of. What I'm getting here is them changing their policies. Yeah. Suddenly, because this is the best thing, and like him or hate him, the real reason why we should be, proud of Daddy Elon is that Twitter is the only, or X or whatever, is the only platform you can genuinely have a conversation on. And then all of a sudden, especially in America, like Meta, Mark Zuckerberg, all the others, woke up to the fact when, oh dear, tried to change they're literally remarketing themselves now. And into this the same hippie kind of, we're back to kind of being like Twitter, X, whatever. That's what I mean here. It's slightly on the skew. The world has toppled a bit because they won't do the bidding like they used to. The hollow victory. This is like, the hollow victory was the censorship, the fact checking, all that kind of stuff. Now it's on the wonk because people are waking up to realize, oh, hold on, we're censoring more than just what you could possibly say you should. Yeah. One thing I did notice in the last week or so as well, talking about that kind of thing, is in America, this is the big difference in some respects to this inciting violence. This is the new thing. Starmer is well, yeah, I agree with freedom of speech, but inciting violence. He's not happy. But in America, you have to be a bit more specific. It can't just be a vagary like what Lucy is and all that. It has to be quite a specific location, place, people, time, whatever. It has to be a little bit more kind of, can't just be this vagary kind of similar to, oh, I hate you, kind of like, or I want to kill you, or whatever, to people. It's vagary. Yeah, that's not a threat. It's just a vagary, if you get me. Yeah, it's weird. It's very, very weird. So, but over here, it's just like, yep. Welcome, people. Let's get the Kipper deck, because this feels as if like they're rolling back on how far they led, and that's why, I only trust, in some respects, Daddy Elon Musk, because he was the trendsetter. He was like, no, we don't do this. More burdens. We're going to be victorious from these burdens in a future time. Everyone's trying to club together to try and assist each other, but these business tycoons, they're not part of the game anymore. It's like, nah. We see you for what it is now. We see how far this has gone now. So, yeah. Let's have a look here? Any more information for this reading, please? Doop-a-doop-a-doo. And then we'll go to the outcome. This is fascinating. Community again. Message. Courtship. Court case. Yeah. Courtship, court case feels very much like teaming up with each other, kind of like a class action kind of group. Court case, mature woman. But this is the only way there's going to be pushback is in this side of things. I feel like pushing through the courts, and making it happen in that respect. But it's all about numbers. It's always back to numbers. You know, individuals can be kind of burdened, controlled, all that kind of stuff. But together, looking after each other, then it's all back to there's voices, you know? So, talking about that kind of thing, I'm in two minds, right? I'll say it now. I'm in two minds about the whole Tommy thing, right? Skip ahead if you don't want this bit. But for a lad who's been, and I'm in two minds. Bear with me. For a lad who's been kind of like secluded, alone for like 60 days or whatever plus, right? To then be surrounded by, on his release yesterday, surrounded by 30, 40 of his mates plus, right? Like people on phones and TikTok and Twitter and all that rubbish, right? Filming and all that. To be allowed to be put in that position, what he did yesterday, right? I didn't think he looked well. Like mentally, physically, emotionally, he should not be like his like not carers as such, but his friends at least should have said no. Just go home and all that kind of stuff instead of kind of almost being pushed into that situation. However, I do understand why even him would want to use that situation as a talking point to actually say what he said and, like, you know, fundraise for all these different court cases coming up and stuff like that. But surely there is a duty of care. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I get it. You want to use the situation, the opportunity the first time to want to talk and all that kind of stuff. But, you know, I see what I mean. I'm in two minds. Thoughts down below. Would love to hear. Am I just being a bit of a plank and not getting it? But it just didn't seem right or fair. None of it does. But you know what I mean. So outcome here. So it's coming together. Messages like. This here feels as if the legal action's the only way forward. And there's a specific like freedom of speech union now, isn't there? It's like teaming up with them, working with them, all that kind of stuff. So, 5 of Pentacles out in the cold on Stutter and Starmer. Lovers again, trying to commit to this. Security, but they've got to make a decision. So this feels very much like the choice is going to be made by Washington. Notice how he's looking at Washington. He wants his, you know, security, his peace, all that kind of stuff. Heartbreak for Stutter and Starmer. Empress. Looking at the heartbreak. Divinely guided. Okay, the Empress feels off. Don't know why. Want to come back with the dinky deck. Divinely guided with the Star card. North Star, new ways forward. Making a choice from to how to play this out from Washington and Trumpy Trump. Strength card. There's the hollow victory. Again. Hawk Lady. Right. The Five of Swords has two energies to it. One, the Five of Swords is the appeal system, is going through all that and going through that sort of shenanigans and court cases and stuff like that. This is only going to happen if people start fighting back in that respect with these hollow victories. The hollow victory is Starmer and Starmer, his friends. The strength here is on the businesses, so Facebook, Twitter, Meta, all them lot. Strength card to stand up to this as well. And then this is helping people to actually fight back. So yeah, there's very much a pushback here. The Empress, like I say, I need some clarity on. So the hollow victory is all the court cases being kind of overturned or appealed on or all that kind of stuff. And it does feel as if the second step needs to be charging people who falsely accused with fraud and all that kind of stuff and compensation and that kind of thing, because it's the only way this is going to work. For this here, it feels like Page. Wow, that came from nowhere. That's the only way it's going to work. Is to go back. Okay, we got that for fraud and things like that. Page of Cups, overarching energy, floating with ideas. Six of Cups, going back to a more traditional time. So there's pushback on the industry. There's pushback on the court systems and the court cases and stuff. And individuals. And this is the important thing here. And individuals. And focusing on, police officers, sergeants, etc. If you're going to accuse that sort of thing, then it's your name on the paperwork. It's that kind of energy, right? For this real pushback thing. The Empress, that's what I was going to do. I knew there was something. Right. Four of Wands under Happy Home, 1111, Make a Wish, that kind of stuff. Hawk Lady down the bottom here, by the way, because I don't think I mentioned her, is kind of building something new, a new way forward, a new opportunity, a new start. It feels more like building towards this garden, not necessarily admiring the garden. Admiring what we've done, this pushback, as it were, but securing the garden. It's that kind of can't happen again kind of energy to it. Empress. Can we clarify the Empress card, please? King of Pentacles. Ten of Swords. Wow. Proper betrayal, backstabbing. So the King of Pentacles feels like a flunky in the Labour Party. Or in government, I should say, in general. What's the best value here? What could we get here to portray these people, to brand them as certain things and do certain ways and all the stuff they've done? Be as harsh as possible, we're far right fuggery. And it's that kind of energy, yeah? But there's the payment, there's the compensation, thinking outside the box here, having to get out of it. The truth of the situation, truth, knowledge, wisdom, clarity. Realize, to be honest with you, I was genuinely shocked when that police, so-and-so, person released the report bringing, like, actually saying truth. There was no far right thuggery. There was no people being shipped in. It was all local people. All that kind of stuff. It was like, wow. Everyone said that for for a year almost, and you finally meant to go, oh, by the way, lads, yeah, awkward. That's bizarre to me. That's bizarre. But yeah, unfortunately, these sorts of people, you need to push back and that kind of jazz. I'm surprised people aren't using that report, that official document, as part of their appeal. It's like, look, you branded me something which wasn't true. None of it's true. Even your own people are saying it's not true. So, hello, compensation, please. Freedom, please. That kind of thing. So 9 of Swords. This is from Trumpet. There's very little from Trumpy Trump, if you think about it, here in Washington. I feel like it's the support of it more than anything. But this is the affection to the motherland, as it were, kind of the UK and all that jazz. His mum was Scottish. His dad was a tool maker, something along those lines. I don't know. Someone was something. But it's that kind of harking back. Oh, yeah, lovely. Right, star card. Oh, hello. Merit making for the goodness. Wholesome goodness. Lovely. I like that. This is very similar to the 9 of Pentacles down here. Kind of making it stick, like locking it in. 5 of Swords, loss, yeah. And all the masks, the deception of it. The truth of the matter of this whole deception of it. Overarching energy. The true desires of working people. Underlying energy. They're in the cold. They've got a cold. They've caught a cold. They're in the cold. So, interesting. So this very much feels like not only are the tables have turned, they're out in the cold. Ha ha ha. Oh, they're out in the cold. Oh, for goodness sake. I'm such a plonker sometimes. They're out in the cold. They're out in the bloody cold. You got it before me. Yeah. There's just not enough coffee this morning. That's what this is, right? There's just not enough coffee. I do apologize profusely. But yeah, it's that kind of energy, and it's just, yeah. This is cool. I like this. But yeah, justice. We've got that. It's all going to be sorted out. Solutions to the problems. And I feel like that's what America's doing. They're getting it. They understand it. They've got affection for us here in the UK. And now it's this pushing back. But Starmer and Starmer, 4 of Pentacles, and his ilk are desperate for security, holding on tight for this change to come, the decision to be made. But the decision's already been made, and that's why they're all out in the cold. Awesome. We got there in the end. Right. So if you enjoyed this, I'm sorry, I'm all over the place on this one. There seems to be, I'll tell you why now for the people who've stayed this long. The other shoe's going to drop in the next 10 days or so. There's something else here that's really going to properly heartbreak, embarrass, out in the cold, that kind of thing. A proper pushback. We'll see what happens. Anyway, so I'm getting the energy of like the tables are turning, the energy here, blah, blah, blah. So if you enjoyed this reading, subscribe, ding-a-ling the bell, all that jazz. Thummy, please. It always helps, you know that. Yeah, I'm just looking around the cards. I thought there was something else, but I'll leave it there. So until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again. Take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.